We are right now in Cabana Club, at Cabana Club.
Yeah, it's currently the 18th of April 2026, and we've decided to make a bit of a different video today. We're going for more of a live talk, kind of speak about how we got to where we are right now and where we want to be in life and what goals we have for ourselves and what goals we're happy with that we've achieved in the last, I'd say a year. It was like when everything started to when we started to be more locked in since we met, really. We've met
Literally.
a year and 4 months ago this week.
Yeah,
literally.
yesterday was our anniversary. 2 days ago.
Wednesday. 4 days,
Oh my god,
days ago, but
4
yeah.
days ago.
So I've been together for nearly a year and a half now, and Iti has done nothing but push me and inspire me and help me to try be better and to be better. To try and be better and to actually be better. I'm trying, sometimes I manage, sometimes I don't. But so what's new in the last year? So for me, the biggest thing is that I started a business with my sister. I started a company with my sister called Buoyancy, where we do workouts on the water, which it shows up in many vlogs. And we can put the thing in the bio, in the description of this video. Anyway, before I met Iti, actually, I still have kind of no clue what I want to do with life. I just know that I want to reach a certain amount of success when it comes to money, happiness, and health. But which way I go about it doesn't really bother me. I just kind of want to reach that point. But I know that I have two things in life which I'm passionate about, which is music, number one, and two is just the drive to be successful. So if I don't manage to do that through music, as long as I find something that I'm just passionate to work through and make success, money, health, and good family and everything through it, I'm going to be happy with it. Before I even met Iti, I had no idea how to go about it, what I'm going to do or anything. I just dropped out of school, been working part-time as a swimming teacher.
You didn't drop out of school, you finished high school.
I just didn't go I didn't go to university, which is a more common thing, rather than dropped out. Yeah, you're right. I don't know, Iti inspired me to look for something to do. We were looking at, there was this wake-up call in Estonia when we went bowling on that side of the...
Actually, you know what I remember? I remember we went driving around in a nice neighborhood, just looking at...
In Estonia.
Yes, it was bowling.
Before bowling.
Yes, and we were just talking oh my god, these nice houses, how nice and everything.
How can we do this?
How can we do this? And then I remember you told me about you and Jade wanted to do a swimming school or something, but it's really hard, And then Jade called us and said, Max, I have this nice idea. It was perfect timing, everything. And she said, I have this idea with the boards, blah, blah, blah. How can we do it? And most people talk and stuff, but never do it actually. And then I remember you went back to Malta, came here
just
2 weeks.
Yes, that's it.
Yes, and 2 weeks. And I came back here and they had everything ready. They had the boards ordered, they had this and that, the pools, everything.
Train started rolling, yeah.
Yeah, and that's how it went, perfect timing, everything. And, you just literally had to start and that's it. So now you're here.
Yeah, so exactly what Iti said, we're speaking about what can we do, different ideas of making money. And we've been through everything, spoken about everything, I swear. And we still come up with new ideas, even though we're already locked in on what we're doing. We still try to find new ones. But we wanted to find something different. And Jade, my sister, just randomly called me and was look at this, I'm sending you a TikTok, it exists in Dubai. It's crazy fucking big in Dubai, but it barely exists anywhere else in the world, literally in the world. There's a few, I can name 4 countries that have it. And so, Buoyancy Malta began in December last year. Well, the idea, and we officially started our first class in May. So we're moving on to exactly 1 year in 3 weeks. So we're going to do a party hopefully for that. As for business-wise, it's been moving slow. It's business, it's not even been a year, but the name is getting out there. Money-wise, it's not where I want it to be at all, especially since I work with my sister. So, it's never going to be all mine, the money. So it takes a while to get enough money to suffice 2 people, especially. But as of the spread of the word and people enjoying what we've given so far, it's been nothing but good. It is a genius when it comes to editing, marketing, everything social media and computer work. So she's been literally the lifeline. There's me and Jade as the owners, and then there's how can I explain this perfectly? Like you
ideas.
holding us. No. It's like you holding us up. Like literally.
Okay.
Like when we come up with something, it's just like straight to Iti, and Iti makes it happen. Like Iti is literally like the heartbeat of the company. Like literally. So yeah, I would say like me and Jade are like the brain of the body, and you're like the legs and arms that are like going and actually doing everything. So yeah, and let's speak about yourself, about Pilates, about what you were doing before that.
I just want. No, I wanted to start with that. How did I even came to Malta and everything? That
Yeah, you can say you're from Estonia.
Yes, I'm from Estonia. Who doesn't know? And I remember in high school, I had always this feeling like I want to go travel and do stuff, but you know, you don't have the money all at once to go now, this year. And I also know that if you take a gap year, it's harder to go back to uni. So I said, let's do the uni, everything, but let's try to make it abroad. And in high school and all the time, I used to be like a super introvert, or like I have two, how do you say?
Yeah, you do have two sides.
Personalities,
She's
basically.
Sometimes
I can be
scariest, like doesn't speak, like bitch
Yes.
face, like
But-
doesn't want people around, and then
Or
she's
I
like
can
loud
be
and
like
annoying, and I'm
yes.
like sometimes I literally want her to calm down. It's like one or the other though. There's no like in between.
Yeah, I don't know how they work, but I used to be super scared like that. But I said, like, I can go to abroad. And every time I told this to my friends, they were all like, yeah, you're going. You know, like no one actually believes in you that you're going. And then I had this. I won a trip to Europe with like trains. You can go you can travel with the trains basically for free. And I went alone because no one else wanted to come. I went alone to Italy. I did a full Italy trip from Milan to like Sicily and everything for 2-3 weeks. And from that time, like, I just like grew so much. Like I had to do everything alone and speak and talk to different people, and it just like opened me up a little bit. And then I got to know that I'm in uni also. So I said, yeah, let's go Malta. I don't know even how did.
I mean, you obviously have to say like thanks to your parents giving you the opportunity.
Obviously, yes. Thank you, Emma and Desi. But yeah, and now I'm here in Malta. And when I told my friends, they were like, "Damn, like you're actually going. It's insane." And now I'm here. It started slow. Actually, the first 2 days we went shopping with my parents, and we got to Mercury, exactly where we are right now, in the shopping center. And my dad went buying a suit, and this one old guy just said like, "Hey, like, do you need a job?" And as I'm studying fashion and luxury business management, then it was like a perfect option. It's like a luxury store. And I said, yes, of course, I'll take it. I went to work there for like half a year, I think, or something.
A good few months.
Yeah. And then I stopped because I said it's not that. And from like a young age already, I've always like earned my own money and wanted to try different things. Like I've tried drop shipping, this, trading, doing my own stuff, classes, like whatever, literally. And I said, no, it's not that. Then Max, with buoyancy, like cut me into Pilates kinda. And I wanted to try different things. I started with like my own classes. Then I went to a studio. I ended things there, and I decided to try these events because I always wanted to I love organizing
Literally
things.
always wanted event stuff. You've said
Yes.
like you've wanted to do like the thing on the yachts. You said things in car showrooms, like these big like. She's getting there slowly. You know, we went from the shittiest studio, like, you know, no names, no nothing, just like a tiny room with like molded walls and like shitty equipment to rooftop
this,
pool, you know,
like, yes,
I mean,
yes.
they'll see everything online about these things, but
Yes.
to the nicest, literally the few and nicest skyscrapers we have in Malta, you know.
Yes,
So
I
we're
think
moving,
I don't know, I built up my name kinda, and now I'm getting invited to different like events already. And I just did third time with The Shed here in Cabana Club. And
Tell me
now,
about what you just started as well.
yeah, and I started Pilates Brunch Club, and it's going pretty well. And like other places, right now I'm at NAR, and other places are also like reaching out to me asking like, can we do it there and there? So hopefully it's getting going, and it's summer, so it's gonna be nice. And you know, all these organizing events, it's like super cool, and I love like being the head of it, you know. And what else? Oh yeah, and now I got invited to another event that they want to organize tomorrow. We'll go check it out, the place. Yeah, I don't know. That's how I got here now, and I'm also like starting in a studio that's opening in May, so in few weeks opening.
You're
And
kind of taking that path of the like Pilates instructor, but also trying to keep it, while working for someone, I think you're still trying to keep it quite loose so that you can like be when you can like go all in on your own, like it's your brand, your name.
Like a freelancer. That's what I'm trying to build up my name. So even in the studio, I'm kind of like working not for my own, but it's my name, you know, to there, and me doing these events and everything,
So-
getting invited.
So what would you say is your long-term goal with these? You know, the events keep going good, your name keeps getting bigger. Like, what's your goal? Are you hoping that, for example, so many people love your classes that they end up saying, like, she needs her own gym, and then you open your own studio? Like, what's the dream goal? You know, what's your end goal?
To be honest, like this Pilates thing was, I think I never thought about it like at first, I don't know, in high school or nothing. But now that I'm building up a name, I like this, like doing my own stuff. And yes, I hope to get bigger known in Malta, maybe even like abroad, you know, maybe I get getting
Social
invited
media,
somewhere.
everything's possible.
Yes, exactly. And as of like income and stuff, you know, maybe starting something like subscription or doing videos and people can buy, or getting collabs, whatever. Like, to be honest, I'm also like super open. I don't know where
Yeah,
I want, what I want to do, where I want to go, and everything. I'll just take everything in right now, whatever is coming, like opportunities. Basically, I'm never saying no to anything. I don't know.
Yeah,
what.
true. Okay, so that's a bit of like backstory on how we are where we are kind of today. And yeah, so I mean, I would say, you know, I don't want to sound like, you know, you have those people online who are like, I came from absolutely nothing and went up to something, like, as in, we're definitely not where we want to be yet whatsoever. Like, we still have so many goals, you know, we're still young, we're both 20. But I have to say, we're not, well, no, but I think this applies for both of us, but we're not those people who came from like a shitty family, who don't support, like, I wouldn't say like money wise or anything, even just like emotional support and everything. Like, both of us come from very supportive, kind, good, friendly families, and with decent money, I can say, you know, that support us. And when we have ideas, they kind of, you know, they fund that and don't like knock us down or so we're very lucky to have that type of upbringing and that type of support from our families, our friends as well. We have a good set of friends. So although we're not coming from that, like, you know, absolutely nothing, like broke, poor, whatever stages, you know, like, we have a good start, which also gives us a head start and an advantage in life, that we already have a good base, you know, to start.
I think we
everything
both
off of.
have like built up our names. You are known in guitar stuff and everything.
But-
like if first I came to Malta and I mentioned, yeah, like I'm talking to this boy called Max. Max what? I said Max Paget. Oh my God, Max Paget! Like everyone knows.
She was working. We have to do a separate video on how we met. But she was working in the shop she mentioned before for the clothing brand, and a few girls that like I knew, you know, and they went in the store and like bought some things and were like, oh, so, or they worked with you. They were colleagues of hers, and they were like, oh, so you have a boyfriend? Like, who is he? And she like mentioned me, and they were like, oh, like of course we know him. Like, what the fuck? You're dating him? Like, it was so funny.
I was like, oh, okay.
But I started that like topic on that, you know, we have a good start and like very supportive family and everything, because as much as we have all that, like we also, like, you know, we had no name for these things, you know, Buoyancy didn't exist, It is Pilates didn't exist, so we still started everything from scratch ourselves, you know, like, you know, but like I said, I'm lucky enough to have my sister to run the company with, Itty to do the marketing and all the ideas and everything, so, you know, I think for anyone out there looking to do these type of things, definitely surround yourself with people who support you, help you, believe in you, you know, yourself, you need to believe in yourself, like,
Yeah,
most
it's
important. If you don't, no one else will, you know. But
it's always the first like step to do. That's the hardest, you know. You just have to start. There's nothing else.
I would say when it comes to like staying dedicated or working on everything, the way I like to see it is like don't think too deep of it. You know, like you have to. Speed is important. You know, time passes. You cannot just sit there and do nothing. You have to like do things as fast as you can. But like, you can also like slow down and just like things will kind of come at their own time. Like, so like for example with buoyancy, it's been a year now, and I get frustrated because like it's not where I want it to be after a year. Because you know, a year. I mean, you know, people tell you like work at it for 3 years, and you're like 3 years is nothing. You know, if you told me in 3 years I'm gonna be rich, like you'll do it. But you know, 3 years, like a year itself is quite long. When you do a year of a business and you're not sure if it's going anywhere, it's frustrating and it's difficult, and at times you want to give up and you don't know what to do, you know. But I think if you just like sit through it and don't fuck up, so to say, like you just kind of keep things running smoothly, you know, don't do anything crazy, and
You just have to stay
work towards it,
dedicated,
yeah.
consistent all
We've
the time,
really-
like disciplined,
we've
and
really
don't
started
give up.
to believe in consistency over everything right now.
Yeah, and even with your like gym goals, I think right now, like
No,
you
yeah,
know,
now
you're
we're like super locked in on the gym together. Yeah, we go to the gym. We wake up at like we started this thing like a few months ago. I got into
or even
quite a few
even
months ago.
last summer, or was it winter? But we always woke up at like 6 or 5. You
Yeah,
know.
true. But now
And
we
when I
like-
wake up, my friends are like, "Why are you already awake?"
No, yeah, since around November, we've been like, kind of like we need to lock in, you know. I think that's a super important thing. Like, people need to understand, like, if you want to be successful in something, you cannot just like, in my opinion, you cannot just work towards that one thing and do everything else like lazily. You know, you have to kind of do everything. Everything in your life needs to be like kind of with a lot of effort and locked in, so that when it comes to doing those big things you need to lock in for, you have that experience, you know. So for example, you're trying to run a business, going to the gym, taking care of yourself, saving your money, being smart, and taking sacrifices. Like, you know, we started like trying to read more books instead of scrolling, you know, trying to go to the gym early instead of later in the day, make the most of your day, you know, food goals, everything. Like, these things all translate to success in business, I believe.
And even with time, like you talk to people, they're like, "Oh, it's so nice you go to the gym. Like, how do you have the time?" I don't have the time. But to be honest, just wake up few hours earlier, wake up
It's
hour
tough.
early. It's hard,
tough,
obviously.
but
Even
it's your
even us,
life.
sometimes we don't get up, or like it's, you know, they're hard these days. But I heard somewhere, and I like sometimes keep it in my mind. Every time you skip a day, like don't skip twice, only
Yeah,
once,
yeah.
and then start again. Like don't.
I'm that type of person. Like, if I do like a day and then I get back into it, it's fine. Like, I'm always scared of even missing that one day, because that one day leads to two leads to three, and then it just like it really gets to me. So like for me, I really have to stay as consistent as possible, because if I give myself that bit of like laziness, I say I'm quite a lazy person by nature. Like, I try to work smarter, not harder. If I can, I will. But yeah, I try to. I mean, consistency. It's different for everyone, but for me, if I miss that one day, turns to two, turns to three, it usually keeps going. So I try not to even let that one or two happen. You know, like very important. I mean, like our main point on that would be like we're going for consistency at the moment. You know, we're seeing whatever comes. When one door closes, another one opens. You know, we fail a lot more than we manage anything.
Obviously, and even with me, you know, what I told Max is, even with my Pilates stuff and everything, you always get so many no's. I've also tried to do like content creation for hotels and places, and I've been sending emails, I think hundreds, but you know, you get like 1 or 2 emails back. It's obviously, I don't know, maybe I do something wrong, maybe I don't have the portfolio, but it doesn't like, it unmotivates me for once, but these no's don't matter if you keep going or something. And then one time I told you, like, you know, don't be so upset about everything. Even me, like, I get with Pilates Club and everything, Pilates French Club, I get the no's, I get people who just cancel on me. So it just, that happens. You just have to go and keep going.
And you can react to these things. You're human. You can be emotional about it. You can be upset. You can be whatever you want. You know, like you were saying, like sometimes I get really upset, and she has to be like, she has to deal with my attitude and shit, like when things go wrong. But like the most important thing is like you're human. You can react to those things. You can get mad. You can get sad. Whatever. But then in the end of the day, like get back into it. Like remember what you started for, what your goals are. And I'm trying to believe like I've always believed with buoyancy and the things like the goals I work towards. If I want them, they will happen. Like I really believe in that, and more now than ever. Like I think it's super important that just keep going. Like all these things end up working out in time if you just keep going. I believe like really anything will work out if you just keep going.
And even me, I've always like spoken about these things and like I want to that, I want to do this event, I want to do this, but now I've kind of like just stop talking and actually do it. Like I email places just saying let's do it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I go to the next place and that's it.
Yeah, try to go for like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, you know. But let's wrap it up with like where we see ourselves in like 5 years, maybe like what our goals are and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, like
You
you want to go? You want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay. For me, obviously, now that it is in my life and everything's changed, you know, a lot of the goals have to do with our relationship. So, so let's see. Let's leave the years part out. At the moment, like my biggest goals are to grow buoyancy as much as possible. You know, to have the best company on the island. I want to have like the most popular, the most fun, like exciting and different workout fitness company on the island, and I think it will reach that point one day because we're unique, we're special, it's fun, you know, we give good service. Anyway, this is not an advert. My newest goal, which I've always had but I haven't acted on, like I've had it, you know, I've been playing guitar for 5 years. That's my passion. If I could do anything for a living, it would be that, you know. So yeah, my newest goal, which is one I just haven't acted on and like haven't really put the effort in towards, is music, guitar playing, but I want to kind of aim for social media, like guitar playing. I've already tried with bands on the island and stuff, and if I want to be like a rock star in a band and stuff, I have to move out of the island, and like because there's nothing here really, you have to go to like London, America, something like big, you know. And now that I have a business here and everything, and to be honest, the sun shines pretty much 24/7. I mean, every country has its ups and downs, but I don't see myself leaving just yet. So I don't really see myself taking that like band rock star route right now, because it takes a lot of what's the word, you know, when you
Effort?
no, well yeah, effort, but it's like when you give up everything for it, like
I don't know.
I can't get the word right now. It will come to me later. Anyway, yeah. So I want to focus on social media, guitaring. I want to try like spam social media, be consistent on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and try to make some full YouTube videos for my channel, all while running my business. And my goals in the next 5 years would be to have my dream car, like a nicer car, you know, maybe not like the dream car, but something I'm like super happy with. Dream motorcycle. I love bikes. That's also another passion, I'd say. Dream house, apartment, like, you know, like I said, we're still young, so for me just like a nice like penthouse flat together would be amazing. Like in the next 5 years I'd love to have moved out and be living together comfortably, have a nice car, have a nice bike. I have a beautiful wife checked off the list already, so don't need to say that one, thank God. That's the hardest one usually. Healthy and fit throughout every like week, day, year, hour. Like I just want to be healthy and fit throughout my whole life. That's a super important goal, because like I said, it ties to everything in your life, not just the fitness, you know. It shows what type of person you are. And to have the best relationships I can with everyone around me, so whether that be family, friends, Iti, you know, anyone who that is, like anyone who shows me respect, helps me in my life and deserves it, you know, I want to show them the same back and make them feel the same way. So yeah, my goals would be to be living the way I want to be living, you know, be able to take the time off when you want it, to be able to work hard at something that I am actually passionate about and enjoy, and then be healthy and have the best relationships I can. That would be my ideal in the next few years.
Good.
Good, thank you.
My biggest goal, like all my life, has been traveling. So if I can just go wherever and travel the whole world, but obviously it's not possible right now the way I want it. I could go like backpacking and, you know, do some works and stuff, but it used to be my not like dream, but I was okay with that. But now I kind of wanted more like this, you know, because that's
So
that's,
now you want to travel luxuriously instead.
But now that has become like my goal, and I'm allowed to have bigger goals. So
Oh, we can say that in the last like year since we started these things, we've had like some crazy experiences, like better than like we've done things we
Yeah.
like, you know, before we might not have known that like we like this stuff, but like we've been like surrounded by like such like luxurious things. We've been to events, we've been to
Yes.
rooftop hotels, we've been on like yachts and stuff like.
and I think these experiences like give you the
They like make you want to, because
Yes, they make-
every time we've been to them, they've been like for someone else, or like, you know, to support, or like just to like
Just
give
to go
ideas, but they've not been ours. Like it's not like us staying at the hotel so much, or like it wouldn't be our boat or our nice car or anything. So
it's like, oh my god, like
Motivating.
that's
That's what I think what you want to
possible.
say.
Like it's motivating me to actually live that kind of life, you know. And like I would love to stay here, not every day, but a lot. And yeah, traveling in a nice way, I guess then. And obviously moving out to live together with Max. And I don't know if Malta is the place that I want to stay in. Obviously, it's like, I guess in my life it's like a middle point to moving forward somewhere. It has become my home also, like Estonia is my home. This is also my home now. So from here, like my
long.
views and my like roads where I want to go are always open. I don't put myself like a specific box that I need to do that and need to go there, but I'm more like open, I guess.
No, long term, I want like the same thing. I want to find like a good place where we're both happy about, like to eventually raise children in that country and somewhere, you know, we're happy with. But I want Malta to always be like home base, like
Exactly, like
we have a
like
place, you know,
Estonia for me,
we
like
have a
Malta
place
for
we
me.
can go to. We have a place in Estonia we can go to visit
Yes.
families.
And that's
enjoy
why
summer.
that's why I also want to like travel the world, because I don't want to move to a country that I don't know if I like. So travel, see what feels like home, you know, what feels something. Anyway, then Pilates wise, I guess grow my name even more, like be out there, and I guess it would be cool to get with this thing also abroad. What else to have? Finish school, finish uni, and
Where do you see the work in the Pilates in 5 years?
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'm not even doing it. Maybe I'm doing these events. Like maybe I'm not an instructor anymore. Who knows?
You have
But-
maybe another dream job you would like to land in, maybe in 5 years or something like.
I remember when I came to Malta, my idea was yachts and private jets, like luxury, like stuff, because I'm studying fashion and luxury. I'm not that into the fashion part. I'm more into the like, oh my god, the luxury. So I said to my dad, yeah, like I'll get into the yacht stuff and stuff. But now we have a friend, like, so maybe who knows? Maybe we'll end up there.
Contacts,
Yes.
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't have like goals. I have goals. They're big, but I'm also like super open to everything. I don't know if it's bad or good, but and I mean, obviously I would like to be a millionaire. So
Yeah, and obviously, as you can hear the way she speaks, I need to start. I think I need to go work right now so I can afford this girl.
but that's motivating. I just saw a TikTok that if your girl is not
I'm gonna
doesn't
work
want
so
to
hard so this Pilates studio can fail and she won't even give a shit.
no, I just saw a TikTok that if your girl doesn't want all this stuff, that's not motivating you at all. So your girl needs to want all this and luxury, so your man has the motivation to work for it.
All right, let's skip the relationship advice for another
Okay,
video.
okay.
Well, let us know what you think about these types of videos, and yeah, we hope you enjoyed it. And feel free to leave a comment about what your opinions are on these things. Any advice for us? You think, you know,
Yes.
if
Maybe a new idea for a new video.
you know we're young, we're open to listening to other people, this, that, you know. With that being said, if you have goals, ideas, anything, you know, passion, anything in your life that you want to go for, but you're not going for it, just go for it. You live once. If you don't go for it, you're gonna live like this normal life. And then if you go for it and fail, and you are okay with living that normal life anyway because you didn't go for it, you're gonna end up there anyway. So why not try? You know, it doesn't.
just
hurt.
need to try.
Just go for it. Yeah, and
Who knows? Maybe you end up there.
yeah, exactly. I was about to say like probably if you actually go for it full on, you will end up there. We'll check back in with this video in 5 years maybe,
Exactly.
and we'll see if we, you know, we'll show the dream car, the dream house, and everything. Stay consistent, work towards your goals, don't give up, and try to enjoy life as much as possible. Try to enjoy life as much as possible. We have one, live it, meet the right people. Yeah.
Okay. Bye.